Hello everyone, this is Javed, lecturer mathematics, International Maritime College. From today's outcomes, we have cosine rule to learn its concept, and the student should be able to demonstrate this concept of the cosine rule. We'll solve triangles for side and angles, and complete interpretation of solution of triangle we will give here. So what is cosine rule? Cosine rule has three parts: 1, 2, 3. Part A started with side A, part 2 started with side B, part 3 started with side C. If the part is started with A, then you will notice that the cosine comes with angle A. Number 2, this part started with side B, then you will notice that the cosine is coming with angle B. Similarly, in the last cosine, this part started with C, and the cosine is coming with angle C. So this is an interesting pattern. It will be provided when we need it. We don't need to cram it. Example 2 of the sides given, one angle is provided, and then we are asked to solve the triangle. So as we discussed earlier in the previous video, that AC also means small c, BC also means small a. So we are using the second rule where B is required. You see, C and A are given, and the angle between C and A is B, which is also provided. So we apply these values in the rule. Then we take square root at the end, and the answer comes out as 24.52. Now we plug in this value here in this part of the sine rule, and after plugging in, we can calculate sine is coming this or this. Now when we plug in A and B value, it comes, for the first case 67.16 comes this, and the solution is this. For another part, 112.84 degrees, if we add this value with B, it comes out more than 180 degrees, so we don't need to consider it. The beauty of the cosine rule is this, that causes since these two rules based on the principle of 180 degree. In 180 degree there are two quadrants, and in both quadrant 1 and quadrant 2 sine is plus. So whenever you are using sine rule, so you need to see first rule and first quadrant and second quadrant. But in case of cosine, cos is only positive in the first quadrant, and the second quadrant it's negative. So the beauty is this, that we don't need to go for second case or ambiguity cases. Here they use sine rule. We could have done this with cosine rule easily, but for this logic, for more argument, I prefer to write this like given in the book. Let's go to the next example. This is the triangle X, Y, and Z. Three sides are provided. None of the angle is given. Plugging in values, we can calculate X very easily. Simple algebraic work. And after that, look, after that there will be no two cases, because in the 180 degree domain, the cosine is always positive in the first quadrant. So we don't need to consider the second quadrant. Okay, so X equals to this and this. solution. So this is very simple. Well, now for the second value, we use the second rule, plugging in values or solving it for cosine y, simple algebraic work, and again this time we have one value. So one value for y actually, and then we plug in that value in the 180 rule, and the solution comes out this. Let's go for the third example. Side R is side ST and angle S given. This is the triangle. Well, we are going to start with S, so molding the first rule, the sine cosine rule, and to RST we get this. Plug in value, and after square root the answer comes this. Well, they are considering, the book is still considering sine rule inside the cosine rule, so yes, you can. Considering the first two ratios, plugging in value, sine is this. And so you don't need to go in this cosine question for second quadrant. So you see this time straight away I consider the R value equal to 41.91 degree. I'm not going to the second quadrant. So simply when this is the question you are doing with cosine rule, so you consider it. Okay, if you consider the other choice, so other choice will not be suitable here, automatically you can delete that one. So let's argue this. In another example, solving for cosine x, plug in value. Now for second angle, this, and hence this. This is exercise for you. You should try it. Answers are given, and we will discuss this in online session. Thank you.